All right. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Smriti Goswami. Just so happy to see you here. This is an extension of the Business Accelerator series. This is series number 2. I'll be creating these calls maybe once a week or every 15 days, depends on how it pans out. But I'll try my best to be in touch with you guys either weekly or every fortnightly, just to be connected with you guys. These are mostly going to be gift calls, just my way of contributing in whichever way you're willing to receive. So thank you for joining in. And just know I'm very, very grateful for each one of you. So this is about creation, about, so every call I'll be sharing a few little snippets or few little tips about how to create or anything to do with your business or anything else that you might be going through. You're free to write into me. The place where you got the number to join in, the place where you got the link to join this. There's also a link to receive the recordings, and there's a form that you get to fill. So that form has all the details possible for where you can even write in and let me know if there's a particular topic that you'd want me to talk about. Okay, so that'll be really cool. Now, this is going to be a very interactive kind of a call. So I would love to hear what's going on for you guys. Where do you find yourself getting stuck with respect to creation? What are the challenges you face? What exactly is going on? And what does creation mean to you guys? So you can unmute and speak, whoever wants to. It'll be really nice if I could see you guys. All I see is just names and some photographs. So it's
Hi, Smriti.
Hi, Sonal. Hi. Good. Finally, I get to see some face apart from Ranjali's. Otherwise, I can only see everybody's names and photos and some beautiful paintings. Mamta, hi. Kavita.
Hi.
Hey, everyone. Awesome. Finally, I get to see people. All right. So Prakash, hi. So what are the challenges you guys face with respect to creation? And what does creation mean to you guys? You can just unmute, speak. Let's address what's going on for you guys.
Fulfill your desire is a creation.
Fulfill your desire. Okay. So what does fulfilling your desire mean to you, Mamta?
Like what I wish, what I want, and if I get it at ease, I get it. So that's I will create.
When you are committed to choosing something, when you really, really want it, whether you have ease or not, you will make sure you get it.
Yes.
Right? Now, yeah. How difficult or how easily you'll get it also depends on what are your points of view about it.
Yes.
And it's all, again, what have you already decided about it? Suppose when it comes to creating a lot of money, if you've decided it's very difficult to earn money, or you can earn only a certain amount every month, then you've already decided and concluded and decided or limited the amount that you can earn. So yeah, cool. What else? What does creation mean to you guys?
At present, that's going on. I want to create a money for my new house, which I've looked for.
Okay.
If I'm not creating that amount, I will have to go for the smaller one. That's a twin thing going on.
Can you say that again?
I have looked for a twin flat.
Can you speak a little loudly? I'm not able to hear you very well.
I have looked for a twin flat.
Okay.
So if money not created, maybe I go for the smaller one, like the one, not the twins.
When you choose something, you do whatever it takes to create that. Okay. Yes. If you already have an option B ready, then you will end up choosing that. Just know that.
Yes.
Right? That's like a classic case of having a back door open. If not this, then at least I have this to fall back on. So then you will not work towards creating the one that you really truly want, because you already have an option B. So be very mindful of what are your points of view, what are you thinking, and how that is affecting your choices and the creation in your life. Be very aware of that. Okay. When you choose something, say, I don't care how it shows up. This is what I want. What do I have to be and do to get it? Okay. That level of commitment, that level of not giving up is what's going to create. Okay. That's something you have to be very mindful of. I'll be talking a little bit more about all this. Who else? What does creation mean to you guys? And where do you find yourself getting stuck? What are the stuck points here with respect to creation? It can be class creations. It can be creating money. It can be creating a body that you desire. It can be creating a life or a life partner that you desire, whatever it is. Where are you guys getting stuck?
Can
yes.
I?
Yeah. Go ahead, Kavita.
So I have been asking for creating a job that I like, and it's been some time that it's not showing up. So is it that I'm not asking the right question, or is it that I'm not committed to it? What is it? Because it's like, I think even your first call when I had joined, it was this was the same question. Like, I'm looking for creating a job for myself, but it's not showing up. So I had.
What are you doing? Hold on. What do you mean it's not? What do you mean it's not showing up?
So I am a HR professional, and I am a trainer, soft skills trainer.
Did you apply everywhere?
Yeah, I have been applying everywhere.
So what is the answer that you receive from them?
So they don't call me, and some people say that I'm overqualified. Some people, they just say that, because the salary that I was drawing and the salary that they are offering me is way less. So they themselves say it is like, you don't fit into that. Earlier it was qualification. Now they say it is I'm more experienced, and the age.
What are you not willing to be here? What are you not willing to be here, Kavita? And are you compromising in any way? Are you deliberately choosing a job which has, like how they're mentioning, right? You're overqualified. So why aren't you choosing a job which will do justice to your qualifications?
So somewhere I feel I'm not up to that for that senior role, because I've taken a long break, and I'm getting back after a long break.
So everywhere you think that, all those points of views, creating that, will you not destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right from good, bad, for college, boys and beyonds. How many people's points of view are you buying into with respect to that? It could be your friends, it could be your relatives, it could be your own family members telling you that, you took a break and now you won't get that job again, or you will not be able to join in the same position again. So maybe you have to opt for a lesser job profile. Maybe that's not fun for you. So you'll end up self-sabotaging and making sure that nobody offers you those low profile jobs. So can you up your ask and choose to apply for a job that's going to actually be fun for you?
Okay. So what questions can I ask for such a job to show up?
What is fun for me? What jobs can I apply for that'll be fun for me?
And somewhere I also have that point of view that, that skills, because I've taken a break, I have, that.
So what can you do to upgrade your skills? Right? So if you've taken a break, I'm sure there are a whole lot of courses that you can do that will bring you at par with what it is that you're seeking.
Yes.
So whatever it takes to upgrade, whatever it takes to be that energy, just choose that. Right? What are you not willing to be that will give you all that you desire? Mostly it's our own points of view, it's our own conclusions, it's our own decisions which limit all that we can be, create, and receive.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for your question, because it was pretty good, and also it made you realize that it's your own points of view that is stopping things. Okay,
Yes.
so whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you buying to limit the amount of choices with a cool job that you could be choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right,
Yes.
wrong, good, bad, hot, pop, online short spoils and beyonds. So what else can you choose? What is going to be fun for you? What do you need to add to your qualifications? Right? Where all can you apply? And truth, do you really actually want a job, or you'd rather create your own business where you offer these services, where you hire people who will offer these services, or, to different companies?
Yeah, but actually, Smriti, I was working and I quit thinking that I will create a business and offer the services. Now it's 5 years and I don't see it. So when I was on the other side, I thought this side is much better. Now when I've come to this side of where I thought, it is easier for me to create a business and that is what I want.
Each
I
time,
feel-
Kavita, each time the reason things did not work out is because you were not willing to be the energy that was required to create. It's your being that invites possibilities.
Yeah.
When you're busy shying away, or sort of talking yourself down, or hiding, or not willing to show up, is when you will limit everything that can be shown, that can show up for you.
Yes.
Right? Yep.
Yeah.
So what do you have to be and do? Every morning ask, okay, this is what I'm looking to create. Universe, show me. Universe, show me the brilliance of me.
Mhm.
Show me the gift of me. Because most of us, including me, so many times I've done that to myself too, is we just sort of talk ourselves down. We just pull ourselves down because we are being highly critical of ourselves. And that doesn't really create.
Yeah.
So instead of focusing on what we could have created or what we haven't created, what if we started focusing on what is the gift of you? Universe, show me the gift of me.
Thank you so much for that question. Can you speak about acknowledging us as a gift and acknowledging us of whatever qualities that we have?
So the thing is, as I mentioned, right, we are busy focusing on, so there are certain things that you want to create, right?
Correct.
And if you're not able to create that, then you look at other people who are creating, and then you'll keep feeling bad. See, that even that one is creating, when this one is creating,
Yes.
so and so is creating.
Yeah.
And then you keep feeling bad about the fact that you are not creating those things.
True.
The fact that those people are creating is because they're willing to be and do whatever it takes to create.
Yes.
We are not creating because somewhere we are just wishing and hoping and praying
True.
to create whatever it is that we'd like to create. But wishing and hoping and praying doesn't create things. It's what are the actions required. So if we keep on berating ourselves, if we keep talking ourselves down, or we keep criticizing ourselves or judging ourselves, then we are only limiting all that we can be and do and create, right?
Right.
So that's something we all have to be very aware of. That's number one reason why people are not able to create all that they desire to create. Yes, you look at people creating, instead of feeling bad or instead of feeling jealous, ask, wow, universe, I'll have that too. Okay, what are they being with their creations that I'm not yet willing to be with my creations? What am I not willing to be here? Okay, so instead of feeling bad when you look at other people creating, ask and use that as an inspiration to launch yourself or to create more for yourself too. Because the moment you go into self-judgment, most people, that's what happens. I was having a conversation with a friend today, and on similar lines. So thank you for just giving me the opportunity here to speak about that. and address it for everyone along with everyone. So what happens is when you're looking at other people creating and then you start judging yourself, what is the vibration you're being? The vibration you're being is I'm not good enough, or I'm not creating enough, and the universe then just responds to the vibration that you're being, which is I'm not good enough. So it'll give you more reasons to feel not good enough, right? And then you just get caught up in that loop. And is that fun for you? Then go ahead, keep choosing. But if it's not fun, then what do you have to be and do to change that? Right?
Yes. Last whole, I think Saturday I spent entire night going through all the Facebook, all my friends, what they're doing, what they are, and I was like, oh shit, what they have all done, and where am I, and what am I doing, and all that. Exactly what you said. Yes.
I would say, go with what you look at Facebook, look at your other friends' creations, only to be inspired by them, not to feel bad about yourself, not to start judging yourself, because that won't lead you anywhere. You can see some people creating and be inspired by that and say, okay, cool, what can I add to this? What else can I create? Right? Yeah. Focus on that. Otherwise, keep asking questions. Okay, what am I here for? What can I create? What is looking to be created by me?
Yeah.
What can I be and do different? Right? And then just choose what is fun for me, universe. What choices can I make today that my future self will thank me for? So when you start asking questions like this, suddenly, soon enough, you'll start getting awareness as to what you can create. Okay, and just know that everybody goes through that cycle of creating big time and then feeling really low and thinking you're not doing anything, or you're not being enough, or you're not creating much. And it's just a cycle. All you have to do is just choose to outcreate it, and it's okay. It's okay, right? In fact, I created this amazing, I can't tell you how beautiful that class was, the Talk to the Entities, the forest retreat. And we saw so many wild animals, which I got so many messages from people who are like, we've been to so many safaris and we didn't really get to see, we never sighted so many predators and different animals the way you did. And I was like, I thought it was no big deal because this was the first safari I'd ever gone for, and I saw all those animals. I said, that's the way it usually is. But others told me that, we've been to so many different safaris, and like maybe 5 different safaris, we would just see one tiger or a leopard or something. And I was like, that's interesting. But we were also doing a lot of exercises from the Talk to the Entities in the class, which was contributing to the forest. And we were communicating with those animals, and they just chose to make themselves visible to us. So it was a beautiful class. Now, having created such a beautiful class, after that, I haven't created any class after that. Okay. I went on a trip to Sikkim. I was out on a biking trip. I came back. We had house guests. And after that, I fell sick twice. Every time I was supposed to create a call, I fell sick. So I was like, okay, what exactly is going on? I had 2 choices. One was to keep judging myself and feeling bad, or say, okay, cool. Maybe my body is telling me to just rest. And what if me choosing to rest is also creation, right? What if I did not feel bad or force myself to create a call or a class because somewhere I'm judging myself? You're so used to constantly creating. So when you have this forced sabbatical or forced break, because your body is giving way, it's maybe it's your body's way of also saying, take it easy, right? And while I was just resting, I was just watching movies on Netflix, I was just chilling. It was just very rejuvenating. It was just very nice. And today I'm looking forward to this call. I'm interacting with all of you, and I'm really enjoying that. I logged in an hour before, and I was like, okay, what's wrong with me? But it's like, this is something I enjoy doing, interacting with all of you.
I was missing these calls, and I kid you not, day before yesterday, I was like, I have to message her and say, what is all these calls? And that's when your message came in that you were unwell. Like, what is this happening? Haven't spoken to her. She needs to just do 1.5 hour chat with all of us. We have to keep going, and there it happened. So that's creation for you.
That's creation. Thank you for that, Rashna. I really missed this interaction with all of you. So yeah, that's the reason I've actually set up the series, so that let's see how long we can carry on with this. But this is just, we'll talk about whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that's not working. All right. What
Smriti, can I
else?
say something?
Yes,
Mamta?
Mamta. Yes, Mamta, go ahead.
When we do the session, we feel, yes, it's right, we will not do that. But again, when the thing comes, again, we are back to that.
Yeah, so because when you,
How to remove that completely from yourself?
so every time you're doing a call, or every time you're attending a class, or every time you're doing sessions, what happens is you're in a very happy space, because Access gives you that happy space, right? You're doing all those clearings, you're doing whatever it takes, you're running your bars and all, and you feel good. Later on, once you're back with your family, you end up getting caught up with their judgments, their whatever's going on with them. You try and fit in back with them. And that's where you end up creating a mess, right? So instead of fitting in, what if you started choosing to invite your family into more possibilities? Instead of aligning and agreeing or resisting and reacting to their judgments or whatever they're saying or their points of view, just be an interesting point of view with them and say, okay, what can I be here to invite my family members to more possibilities? So what energy, space, and consciousness can I and my body be to be the space for my family to choose greater along with me? Right? So that's something you have to be present with. Again, long back, Dr. Dane mentioned to something like this, especially when people stop using the tools. You all are very aware of most of the tools, right? But we're like, okay, I know that, I have it in my notes, I have the clearings written in my notes or in my notebooks or in my diaries, and that's it. That's not it, right? You have to keep using it. It's like going to the gym. You go to the gym, you exercise, you take care of your diet and everything, and your body thrives, right? But the moment you stop going to the gym, the moment you stop doing all that, again, you start putting on weight or creating issues for your body, right? It's the same thing. So just attending a class or having the clearings is not enough. You have to use the tools. That's really important. So maybe make it a daily habit every morning, or set aside certain time. It doesn't have to be half an hour also. It has to be just 10-15 minutes, right? You don't have to be going on a walk. You can just, while you're cooking, you can do that. You just use those tools. Just something as simple as all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Just something like as simple as that. Start using the tools and you'll start seeing a lot of change, right? For me, what I do is I start listening to the calls. So whatever I'm doing, if I'm cleaning my cupboard or if I'm just sitting, just looking out of the window also, I will just put on some call, any call. I'll just go through my phone. I'll say, okay, which one of these calls will contribute to me today? And sometimes I'm paying attention. Sometimes I'm not even paying attention. Okay. But those calls are creating a lot of change. So just start doing that if nothing else, because that will keep you at least in high spirits. It'll keep you in a constant creation mode. You don't have to keep on working on yourself, reaching this level and then going back, and then reaching another level and then going back. What's the point of doing that? Right? All right. Sonal,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm hesitant to apply for my bar's license. Can you unmute and ask what's with not applying for the bar's license? Sonal, what's the hesitancy here? Are you here, Sonal?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, why aren't you applying?
What if clients will not show up?
So what if they won't show?
True.
Right? the clients will not show if you're not willing to be judged. Clients will, you will push them away because somewhere you wouldn't want to be judged by them. So you will make sure that they just do not, they'll call you up for inquiry and then they'll go attend the class with someone else.
And plus, the insecurity is like whether they'll come or no, what will happen. And then I am hesitating to use more and more tools, ask more and more questions, so that it opens up and all that. So then what will I do to, if 1 year passes, then you have to do one class to renew your license. How will I create money?
Everywhere, Sonal, everywhere you're choosing to create a postage stamp size life for yourself, will you not destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Please, right, wrong, good, bad, what for financial boys and beyonds. Okay.
Yeah.
What if you started acknowledging the gift that you are? What if you started acknowledging the amount of changes you can help create for people when they sign up for classes with you? When you focus on that is when you'll invite more people and more possibilities. Okay. But if you're busy doubting yourself, if you're busy judging yourself, that will not create anything. And everybody goes through that. I've also gone through that myself. In fact, I've talked clients out of attending classes with me because I was like, my point of view was I'm only a bars facilitator. The CFs have much more information, and why wouldn't people choose to attend classes from a CF? Why would they come to a bars facilitator like me, right? So I would talk them out of it because somewhere my point of view was that. And I used to feel that the classes were so expensive. Just a bars class also I used to think was expensive for them to pay, not for me to choose, but for them to pay. So I would talk them out of it. And then I realized one day I asked for more than 50 people to show up for my class. I just said, I was like, universe, what will it take for more than 50 people to show up for my class? And they did show up, but they were all kids. I ended up spending money on them, but they were all orphan and abandoned kids belonging to an NGO. And I conducted a bars class. And I can't tell you how much fun I had because I didn't have to be anything different with them. I was just being myself. And I could the class was so much fun, right? And that class created a lot for me. It opened up a lot of space for me. But somewhere I realized one thing. I was like, okay, what's right about this? I'm not getting, right? More than 50 people showed up, but they were only kids. And I realized I was willing to be judged by them. I was not willing to be judged by adults because I wouldn't have known how to deal with the adults. If they would have judged me, I wouldn't have known how to deal with that. So it's just your own judgments, your own conclusions about yourself, which is preventing things from showing up. Okay.
Smriti, this point of view is very strong, that who will pay for this much?
Who does that belong to, Sonal? Haven't you paid for your classes? If you would choose, there must have been some reason why you must have chosen that, right?
Yeah.
You must have chosen it for whatever. Maybe you wanted a change, or you were done with whatever was going on.
Yeah.
Or maybe you were curious about what this is all about. For whatever reasons you chose is the same reason that others will choose to attend a class with you. Okay? So, just trust yourself and go for it.
And okay, so what question can I ask here? This particular doubt I have, who will pay this much of money? I mean, I feel I am also.
Is that your problem? Like, I mean, should you be bothered about who's going to pay for it?
No.
Right? What will it take for people I can contribute to?
Yeah.
To show up with ease, with money in hand. That's it. Just ask for that.
And I, while talking to you, I suddenly realized I have bought somebody else's reality. Who will pay this much?
Yeah. Usually it's your own family members who will be like, who's going to even pay you? Right? Because somewhere they might have just concluded something. It suits people closest to you to have you limited. Yeah. Because when you are showing up, you're stepping out of their league. They cannot control you anymore. So it suits them to keep you limited. And it's up to you to see what you'd like to choose. A limited reality or a reality that you create for yourself, full of possibilities.
Can you repeat that question, Smriti, please?
Which question, Ranjali?
Just now that you told Sonal, what will it take for me to contribute? Or
I have no clue what all I said. So I'll be sending the
Okay.
recording in a day,
Okay,
couple of
okay.
days. Okay, I'll send the
Okay.
recording. Sorry, because I'm just creating, I'm just
Where-
speaking.
Recording be, Smriti?
Yes, it is being recorded, and I will be sending this
Where will
recording
you
and
send?
the previous recording also.
Kidhar bhej-
Wherever you used, wherever you saw the ad for this particular,
That was in Healing Space, I think.
yeah. So the link is there, or maybe I'll see if I can post the link. Can someone post the link for this? There is a form that you need to fill. If any one of you can just put it on a chat here so that everyone can do.
it's on the BDD.
Yeah, it's on the BDD group. Kanushika, yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Smriti. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Kanushika.
Sorry, I went to your group to look for the message. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, your class, that Kabini class was so phenomenal.
It
Like
was.
posters and everything, I could just tap into the energy of it. So I wanted to share like one that. Second, you mentioned something about, oh, when we choose classes and the processes, like something similar conversation you were having with one of these people, that we come to that space of creation, we commit to ourselves, we are the space of us, and then we start interacting with people, and then we contract. And so this is like a very usual case with me.
We tend to contract because we buy into their points of view.
Buy into their points of views. So I would like to ask you, what are more creative ways of playing with interesting point of view tool? Like just doing it, oh, interesting point of view, they have this point of view, hasn't really like, I've not really gotten used to that, and it's been quite a few years like now that I've been using Access tools, and I still.
So what if you did not go with who's going? Don't have to wait for someone to say something for you to use that interesting point of view tool. Just maybe get together with just 1
Please
minute.
usko silent उसपे
Just get together with a few friends and maybe have a group, or if you have a group or something, get together with certain people and then just play around with the interesting point of view tools. So maybe you can post it and everybody else can post whatever's showing up for them that day and how they can use the interesting point of view tools. Or every morning you can just say with whatever's showing up for you, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Or there are different ways. You can maybe write a diary, just one page, just fill it with an interesting point of view, I have this point of view, or interesting point of view, they have this point of view. Or you can just ask, okay, who do I need to use this tool with? And I think there is an app.
Who
Is
does
that
this
what it-
belong?
Oh,
That
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 is
is for who does it belong to?
So-
Who does
so-
it belong to?
Log into that app. When you're saying who does it belong to, you can also say interesting point of view along with it. So there are different ways in which you can do. And also, everywhere you're not willing to be that energy,
Yeah, that.
be that tool, will you not destroy and uncreate it all? You don't have to like verbally say for things to shift. You can just choose to be that tool. And everywhere you've decided it has to look a particular way, will you not destroy and uncreate that too, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, for lunch, spoils and beyonds. It's a question of not giving up. When you choose to do something, it's like no matter who's trying their best to stop you, whoever's projections you can perceive, you still keep choosing you is what will start creating for you. Right? The moment you start buying those people's points of view is where you're limiting and you stop. Right? That's what happens. I could
Right.
perceive a lot of projections for some of my classes, and I have a choice to focus on who's projecting what, or I have a choice to focus on what will create greater for that class. What do I have to be and do to create that class? So again, it's a choice. You have a choice every moment to choose what you'd like to give your energy to. Okay?
Awesome.
You can keep giving energy to your detractors and keep feeling bad Or you say, okay, cool, that's interesting. What else can I choose here? Right?
Yeah.
The reason you're making lots of enemies or you're creating people who are pulling you down is because somewhere you're being something that's that they are not very happy about. Somewhere you're choosing a reality far greater for yourself that they would like to have, but their own stories of limitations is not letting them choose that for themselves. So you see that, right? So focus on you. You can't stop people. You cannot be bothered about who's thinking what. You just keep saying, what do I have to be and do to create this? And then just go for that. Focus on your own creations.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Wait, there are so many messages. Hold on. All right. Thank you guys for the link. Okay, now let me just start with what all I have had lined up here. Okay, so now when you're talking about creating businesses, okay, they don't usually just occur just like that. Okay, businesses have to be conceived, created, cultivated, instituted, and also maintained constantly. It requires your energy all the time, or not just one business, the multiple businesses that you have, each one of those businesses require your energy all the time. So just be aware of that, okay? It's not like you've just created a business and that's it. Keep on continuously maintaining it. Keep on instituting new ideas. You have to keep on cultivating more and more, okay? So now, even if one of these elements is missing or it's not present, there will be leak in progress, okay? You will not progress as dynamically. So just know that, okay? Now, first of all, you need to be very clear with what is it that you're looking to create, okay? So it's very, very, very important that you be very clear as to what is it that you're really, truly aiming to create and create success with, not just create just for the heck of it, okay? So, because if you do not have that awareness, you will start, then you will stop, then you will start again, then you'll stop again, and not much will really grow. And that's not going to be fun. So just be very present with that, okay? So if those of you who are facilitating, who are facilitators here on this call, who are coaches, and so suppose you are facilitating access as a BALS facilitator or as a CF, or so why are you choosing that? Why are you facilitating access? What would you like to create with what are the choices you're making? What did access give you, right? Maybe some people, for me, like the classes that I facilitate are the classes that created such huge dynamic changes for me in my life. And those are the same classes that I facilitate because it created so much for me, and that's what I'm giving back, right? So you be very clear with what it is, what is the agenda here, okay? And it's really, really important for you to be very honest with yourself and see and know what is true for you, okay? And once you know, that's the time to just dive in, okay? And if you don't know why you're choosing what you're choosing, ask, okay, what would I like to create? Some people don't even know what they'd like to create, okay? And for the longest, neither did I. So I kept on choosing whatever was calling out to me. Okay, so what can I be and do here that will create the maximum change in the world? Who all can I contribute to? What am I here to create? What choices can I make today that my future self will thank me for? What businesses are looking to be created by me? Just keep asking questions. You'll start receiving answers immediately in the form of awarenesses, or it will show up later on. And don't wait for something to be perfect before you can launch it. If you get an energetic awareness, start out immediately. That's important, okay? Because most of us tend to talk ourselves out of creations because we're waiting for it to be perfect, and that's not going to be fun. All right, now, main thing that you have to be aware of is, especially in the creation of business, is perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving. These 4 things are something that you have to be very aware of in your creating business. And these are important elements in creation. Okay, these are very, very essential elements, especially if you're creating access classes. Okay, and it also when you're creating other businesses. Okay, so what happens is people tend to replace, instead of perceiving, they go into conclusion, right? So when you're going into conclusion, you will not really create anything because you've already concluded an answer, or you've already concluded a failure for yourself, or you've already concluded a limit for yourself, which will not create more. Okay, you've already decided. Your conclusion is an end. So you will not even let it launch because your own points of view or other people's points of view that you might have bought into is concluded and you've stopped it. Okay, so focus more on perceiving. What are you perceiving here with respect to your business? Shilpa, you wanted to say something?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So so some people tend to replace knowing with rightness of their points of view. So it'll be like, no, this is the only way things can show up. If I do this, then this is the only amount I will create, or whatever. So when you're focusing on the rightness of your point of view, you are not going with your own knowing, right? So be very aware of that. I'm listing these things out to you is to tell you how each one of you is choosing to limit all that you can be and do and create in your business. Okay.
Smriti, can you elaborate a little on this? Sorry, I'm outside and I don't have a headphone, so sorry if my voice is. Can you elaborate a little on this? Knowing versus the right point of view, like,
Rightness is where you already decided, concluded, limited, and judged something, right? And you've decided that this is the right way because you've used a lot of logic and decided and concluded something. That will not create. You know how creation is never linear? That's what you have to go with. You don't go with how it is showing up for different people. What are you aware of is what you have to focus on, right? Sometimes, you might have noticed in Access, we just create money just like that. And sometimes we don't. Most of the times when we don't create money is when we go into head tripping or trying to visualize or choose to operate from the rightness of our point of view, which is what stops things from showing up. The moment when we have no conclusion and we're like, okay, I'm choosing this particular class and I don't care how it shows up, I'm choosing it, is when you make things happen, right? So you're not looking for any tunnel through which something has to show up. You're just willing to receive it no matter how. That's when you create, okay? Go with your knowing. You already know things. Yes, Kavita, what are you saying?
So when we create a class, naturally there is like, okay, I will create so much money. Okay. So I remember Dane saying that if you want to create money, then this Access is not a place that you could be there. So then how do I create money at the same time? Yeah.
Okay. So let me give you an example. The Talk to the Entity class that we just recently I conducted. Okay. It took a lot of efforts. It was also a place, I'd never been to that place before. It was totally out of my comfort zone. I had to leave Mumbai, go to Bangalore, travel 6 hours to a place I'd never been. Okay. Now they required us to commit to the number of rooms well in advance. Okay. The amount was huge that we had to pay over there. Now, you know how people are, they sign up last minute. With this, it wasn't something that we could do or wait for people to sign up last minute. And frankly, there was just one person signed up, okay, who was very clear, I'm choosing this class. So he had signed up and he'd also paid for the class. Okay, then another person signed up. So beyond 2 people, I didn't have anyone else. And we had minimum space for 10 people at least, okay? And we had only 2 people signed up. So we had the option of canceling the rest of the rooms or continuing with it. So if I was focusing on money here and how much I will make, instead of focusing on the class, I might not have gone ahead with it. Do you get it? So it was a question of almost 2.5 lakhs that I had to commit to whether or not anyone showed up. And that one day I sat down and I was like, I don't care if anyone shows up or not. I'm choosing to create this class. I'm choosing to go there. And what will it take for the rest to show up? Okay, that was a decision. That was a commitment of 2.5 lakhs that I was willing to forego for that class. Right? And last minute, people just showed up and we had enough people. Okay, so that's what it is. So if I was doing it with the intention of making money, it might not have materialized. But when I was looking at following the energy and the whispers of that particular class, that's all that I was focusing on. There was an awareness that I had, there was a knowing that I had. That's all, which is not very, when you have a certain knowing about certain things, there's no form and structure to it. You cannot describe it, okay? But you're still aware of some possibilities there. So that's all that I was focusing on. And in the end, we did end up creating a beautiful class. Sometimes certain creations are for the future, right? You might not make enough money with that particular creation, but you've opened up avenues for much more, right? So you need to focus on that. So that's why Dane says access is not where if you're focusing only on making money, that might not contribute. But if you're focusing on the contribution that you can be to the world, is when you invite money also and more possibilities. Do you get the difference now?
Yeah, thank you. So the question would be, what contribution can I be then? That's a question that would create greater, right?
No, just ask, okay, yeah. So every time you put out a class, ask, who will this class contribute to? That's all I do, okay? And people show up, sometimes they don't show up. But even if they don't show up, I'm still choosing to be committed to that class and I still create the class, even if there's nobody there. So I will listen to my old calls, some old classes that I might have attended. I'll sit and make some notes. I'll dedicate that much time in that particular venue for myself and for my class creations. Do you get it? I might just create a class only for entities with nobody else except entities attending it.
Yes.
Right? So it's just that commitment to creating is what makes things happen. Yes, Rachna, you have a question?
Okay, so Kavita also had a question. Okay, she's put her hand down. It's not to do with creating a class or anything, but the business I'm in, one of my jobs, in my head, it's stuck because of other people, because there has been a changing of minds. So like somebody tells you that I want a large 3 centimeter orange. So we start looking for large 3 centimeter oranges and we present like 3.1, and there can be a variation. So 3.1, 2.9 like that. Suddenly they change it to no, but we now want a orange which is 3.1, but it also has to have at least 12 pieces of the thing in it. So it keeps changing, and that's happening on 2 occasions. And the person I work with and I are like, but ho kya raha hai? We've got you what you wanted, but when we get it to you, you don't want it because you say no, but this is not what we are looking for. So what is, I can't get the hang of this.
So when they're asking for something, what if you could ask, okay, what else do I need to be aware of with respect to this, the type of oranges that this person requires? What else do I need to be aware of here?
But,
so when they speak to you, when they're giving you all the
we get a mandate,
the brief or mandate, keep saying truth. And keep also saying, What else do I need to be aware of here?
Okay.
And then just cater for it in one go.
Okay, next time round, but
Right?
how do I handle
And
it right
go
now?
with your,
Because
go
it's
with your
stuck.
own, go with your, please trust your own instinct and your own awareness. Where you lose out is where you go with exactly what they're telling you to do. Right? And I know that's the way things are supposed to be, but with that creation or whatever it is that's being created, you're aware of so many other aspects to it. The reason they've hired you is to bring those aspects into play as well. But you're not willing to take that leap because somewhere you don't want them to say anything to you. Do you get it? You don't want to topple the apple cart. So you would go with only the brief that they're giving you.
And also there is a certain measure which frankly for me is a little alarming, is that, wo client hai, so you can't, I mean, they are right, whether they are wrong. I'm like, yeah, but
just
as-
lower your barriers and ask, what else do I need to be aware of here? What else?
Can you had once
What
advised us
is-
on this, when you're stuck, turn something 360 degrees or 180 degrees.
180 degrees.
180
So what's
degrees.
what's that one molecule that you can turn?
Okay, because right now things are stuck. They are sort of very slow, moving very slowly. So I need to move those molecules. I have to sit with I've been trying to sit with, and I might have been turning them 360 degrees. So they've come back.
Rachna, everywhere you're not willing to have ease, just let it go, pock and pod all that.
Yeah.
Okay, how much fun can you have creating all that you're choosing to create? Okay, this has stretched for a very long time. Now's the time to start saying, what am I not willing to be here? I've told you. I'm telling you what you're not willing to be.
This is
I just told you.
I mean, one overcomes one, but something comes up, just you're all gung-ho and something comes up. So Tika, I was just curious.
You are not willing to give that project your energy because you feel this is what I've been briefed. I need to stick to what the client wants. But sometimes the projects that you're handling requires your energy, your awareness, right? That's what you need to be willing to trust yourself and take that chance. Add that element, your energy to it.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Now, what else? So, so when you try replacing being with effort, it will not create, right? So what happens is most people will focus on putting in a lot of efforts to create classes, to create a successful business, lot of efforts, lot of things, all without realizing that it's the being that attracts. Okay, it's the being. Whatever you're choosing to be is an invitation in itself. Okay, so that's what you have to focus on in your business. Okay, and also when you focus on giving and taking instead of just receiving and choosing to be a contributing, gifting and receiving, that's what will create more. But most people go on now give and take. That does not create. So perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving, these are the 4 things which will start opening up much more possibilities in your business. So be very aware of that. Start focusing on that. This is not what you learn in any business classes, but this is how Access operates, and this create phenomenal businesses. Okay, there was so much more that I wanted to talk, which maybe I'll maybe extend it in the next call. Here are a few questions that you can take. Okay, what energy do I have to be for this creation, to actualize this creation? Okay, what will create most for the future? What will be fun for me in the creation of this particular business or this particular project or this particular class? Okay, who can I contact today? What can I add today that will be fun for me? What can I add to my business today that will be fun for me? Okay, what is my point of view with respect to this particular creation? And pock and pot, everything that comes up. Okay, how can I make it fun? How much fun can I have? Because when you're creating something, and if it's not fun, you will end up creating roadblocks for yourself. So how much fun can I have with this creation? Okay. And when you are looking to create a business, you have to be on, that switch on off switch has to be on all the time. Okay. Because there's no option of switching off. You have to be on all the time. When I'm talking about saying you have to be on all the time means your energies have to be in each of those businesses simultaneously, all the time, constantly, no matter what you're doing. So again, there's no strategy, just choose to be in question all the time, 24/7. And when you're looking at creating businesses, have the possibilities of at least 2 years ahead. Okay, so you'll know what you'll be able to perceive, whatever energy matches that creation. Okay, so whenever certain pathways open up, you'll know which pathway to choose, what choices to make, and keep asking what am I looking to create here? Where would I like to go? What else is possible here that I've never really considered before? And what actions can I take today that'll create this future for me? Okay, and yeah, connect with people more dynamically, connect maybe weekly with them, or people who are in Access, try connecting for weekly swaps, because that gives you a space of interaction with them, and that opens up more possibilities. So see what starts showing up for you guys. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. And I will see you next week. And there are some amazing, thank you, Srinivasan. Very happy to see you too. There are some amazing classes coming up. There is a Joy of Business, Business Done Different class, which is now scheduled for, I think, 14th, 15th, 16th December, which is again a retreat at a place near Pune. And there is there are 2 classes. One is Fast Track Your Business, which is a very, very phenomenal mentorship program, which starts, I think, I'm not very sure when it starts. I will put out the details. I'll send out the details with the recordings. I might be shifting the dates. And there is also a Right Voice for You class coming up in Mumbai. This is again 18th to 20th of December. I'm really, really looking forward to that class. And then I'm also hosting a 3-day body class with RD Sir. This is in Jan. So those of you looking to do the body class, join in then. And yeah, there are so many more creations. There's also Getting Out of Debt Joyfully class, which is an online 6-month program. So these are the classes lined up. I'll send out all the details along with the recordings. So cool. Hope to see you in some of them.
Space, right, Smriti? Healing space.
What are you saying?
Classes details. It will be in healing space.
No, there is a chat here where they've sent the link for the.
Yeah, I only send you that.
Just click on that. There is a fill the form if you'd like to receive the recording. Just click on that, and whoever's filled the form will get the recordings, because no point spamming people, right? So yeah. So I'll send out the recordings by day after, definitely. So yeah, so just fill in the forms. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much.
If you've already signed up with any of my programs before, you don't need to sign the form again. I already have your data, so I will send the things. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you,
Sriti. Seeing you after so many days. So it was such a pleasure. And hopefully see you soon next week.
You take care.
Bye. Bye.